losing your damn mind, boy. Let's handle this hoe. All right?
No, nothing, bitch!
You losing your damn mind, boy. Let's handle this hoe. All right?
Guys, stop trying to argue with girls like 304 women. You cannot win. Once they get you to that position, you automatically gonna take a L. All right, that's what they do, dude. Those type of women have been over thousands of years, right? Has developed the gift of manipulation. You can't argue with 304s, and you can't argue with Kylie's. You can't argue
because you said that you warn guys about girls like me. So tell me about girls like me.
Just
Humor
women
me.
in general. Like, I mean,
well, no, don't women in general, because you literally specifically said before we got on here that you did say that
That's true.
You warn guys about girls like me. So now that we're face to face, what kind of girl am I?
You're not special. You're like other girls. That's the key.
I'm not special.
Like,
so,
you're like other women that are.
So
like,
what makes you special then?
I never said I was.
What do you gain from telling girls that they're not special? How does that make you feel? I mean, I know everything is a joke, but I'm asking you a real question. So how does that make you feel? Because if I say you're a bitch ass nigga, that does something for me, right? If I insult you, or if I tell you you're not special, you're forgettable, what does that do for me? No, but that doesn't. But that's what I'm saying. No, but I'm saying, what if I call you? If I just say that again, you're forgettable. That's why I didn't want to do you guys' podcast. Forgettable. Hate the setup. The name is underwhelming. I didn't really see the value in it. Right? That's how I feel. Right. But so.
Guys, no more arguing with girls like that. Brittany Renner, Kaylee, none of them care about your facts. You go on your little encyclopedia. I looked this up and I found out the statistics of this. Listen, the statistics that we show are for men to men. We go by statistics, reason. We go by the science. We go by what really is. You arguing with a woman using your little statistics, you gonna get blown out the water. Just like they did. Listen, that clip from the Fresh and Fit, that was an hour-long podcast. People only saw that minute or so. That's the only part that people cared about. And if you really understand women, you will understand she knew that. She knew that she just needed her minute to call him what she called him, which emasculated him, which automatically gave her the victory in many people's eyes. You won't win. You got a wife at home? She tells you, don't go out with your homeboys. You try to reason with her and say, hey, will you go out with your homegirls? I don't care if she does it every day. If she says don't go out with your homeboys and she throwing a fit, she don't care about the statistics amount of time that she spends with her homegirls, because she feels like she don't want you out with your homies. So at that point in time, she don't want you out with your homies. That's why you literally ignore her and go out with your homies. Because I'm going to tell you right now, she's going to do what she wants to do. Women don't say this, man. They want a man that literally is like stone. Because that counteracts their feminine ways, their manipulating ways, which in turn keeps the relationship more stable and helps her in the long term. If every time she gets mad, you get mad. If every time she has a mood swing, you have a mood swing. Every time she's on her period, you act like you on your period. It ain't gonna work. Women are masters at manipulation. Even if you was to study manipulation, you couldn't master it like them, because they have been genetically predisposed to being this way. They survived throughout history using these tactics, these little lies. They will set you up, and you thinking you about to win the argument, they will set you up and say something so crazy, but in their mind they fully believe it, and they will hold the line on some feelings type argument. That's why I say, man, you guys, A lot of you watched that video and was like, oh, Fresh and Fit won if you watched the whole clip. This is a great example of no, Fresh and Fit lost because they started the argument in the first place, that they showed up to the podcast in the first place. You don't argue with women in the first place. This is a man's world. You are already above. And if you're not, if you financially hasn't gotten yourself together, you shouldn't be dealing with women anyway. But in a normal situation, women like to marry up, women like to date up. You are already up here. Talking to her and reasoning with her brings you to her level. Once you're at this level, she will destroy you. All right? This is how people lose assets. This is how people get in domestic violence situations. They don't understand the strengths and the weaknesses of themselves. Men are weak at manipulation. That's why when a woman actually gets manipulated, everybody shows so much sympathy because it's like, wow, if we can't beat them physically and they can manipulate us, it's sad. So that's why anything that a man does to manipulate, like pimps, if a guy's a pimp, oh my gosh, like look at Hugh Hefner, what they're doing to him, right? Anybody that's a master manipulator at women easily gets rich, but easily, when it's all said and done, they will destroy them in a pit of fire. So don't even go down that route, man. There's no pimp that makes money long term. Don't even get to the pimping ways. Don't spit no game. Don't do nothing. Understand what women are. Give them your rules in your life. Tell them how things will be if she wants to be with you. And if she says yes, then hold her by that. As soon as she makes a mistake, correct her once, and then after that, it's got to go. But at the end of the day, y'all trying all this manipulating, arguing, negotiating, it will work with another man because men are reasonable. Men, if you show a man statistics, he'll change his mind. He'll respect what's truth. Women are not like that. It's about all feeling. So, guys, glad I could do a recap on that Fresh and Fit. A lot of y'all crazy thinking Fresh won. Brittany Renner won that, if you want to call it a win. She won that for just being there. For just speaking up. For just calling him what she called him. She won that. Just like your wife, if you're laying in the bed and she said your meat small and you telling her about the periodic table and she just in the middle of the argument says your meat small, well, whatever she said, whatever you're saying don't mean nothing because she just shut it down. She won the argument straight like that. So I'm just saying, y'all reasoning with somebody who's not the same as you. All right, don't think the same as you. So rule number one, rule number one, between 18 and 30, don't get no girl pregnant. That is life suicide. And if you do, don't do it again. But, guys, I'm talking to the young guys who can be helped at this point. A lot of these men won't be honest with yourself and say it's a mistake. But, yeah, don't get a girl pregnant from 18 to 30. And if you get a live-in woman or wife, don't argue with her. Set the ground rules early and harsh. And let her assimilate to you. You be the stone, be the rock that she wants you to be. And everything will work out. Stay on your purpose, stay on your grind. And we good. So anyway, guys, I'm out. Patriots News Talk, Coach Brittany. Just hit me up with the IG. It's Goat from the 6. Hit me up on my IG or my Snapchat, the Legend74. I'm going to holler at y'all.